Hi everyone! As you can see, we're in a new kitchen. And today we are making nuts.
That's right. We have been in quarantine and lockdown in LA, and so we thought it would be nice just to get away in nature and maybe work from a different house. And we got hit with a
Snowstorm.
Yeah, it is snowing outside. There's now over 2 feet of snow. Lots of snowdrifts. We're snowed in. And I'm really glad that I planned ahead. We brought a lot of our equipment with us, a Vitamix, all the good food that we needed because, I had planned on staying here and working. But I'm even more glad now because we are looking to make some healthy snacks for ourselves while we're stuck in the house. And what we're going to be playing with today are macadamia nuts. You know macadamia nuts?
The things you use to make the green nuts?
Yeah, that's right. That's what we're making today, green nuts. So macadamia nuts are a really beautiful nut. They have a very buttery kind of taste to them. They're typically oriented with sweet things. And so you might find macadamias in sweets and other ways, but we're actually going to use them to make a savory snack. Macadamias, I believe, are so expensive because they're hand-picked. And so it's a really nice snack to have like on special occasions. And I can't think of anything that's more special than being snowed in. Is there anything more special than that? Maybe going sledding tomorrow?
Yeah. My mom found a sled.
That's right. I'm really glad that we found a sled in this house. So this is a really simple recipe, and we're going to start by roasting the macadamia nuts. Do you want to pour them in here? So the macadamia nuts themselves have enough oil. They have a lot of oil in them, so I don't need to add anything to it. If you're worried about them sticking to the bottom of the pan, go ahead and you can grease the bottom of the pan, but I typically just use a Pyrex dish and they're fine. And we're going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees. And now you're going to watch them closely. It should take about, I'd say, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, depending on your oven. And we're going to watch these really closely because as soon as they start to brown, they're going to then burn. So you want to take them out right as they're starting to brown. It means that their oils are coming out. They're really nice and they're the perfect amount of toasted at this point. So let's go put this in the oven, yeah? All right, so we've taken these out of the oven. Let me see if I can show you this. So you can see that they're slightly toasted, slightly brown. What you mostly see is that they're very shiny. All the oils have come out. And this is perfect to coat them. Thank you very much. Would you like to add the salt?
Yes.
So what we're gonna add to this is salt and spirulina. So if you watched our last video, we used spirulina. Now, spirulina is a blue-green algae, right?
I'd say it's more green.
It's more green? Yeah, go ahead, put it in. But then just dump the whole thing, it's fine. Okay, watch it hot, it's hot. Yeah. Okay, so we just, we want to put in the salt. I would put it a little bit more gently than that. But yeah, I know, but I meant in the bowl, not on the side. I know. And so, let me get another spoon. So the nice thing is when these nuts are toasted and hot, then they're going to take in that salt. And they're going to take anything that you coat them with. So we're going to add some spirulina. And as I mentioned, this is a blue-green algae. This is one of the most nutritious foods that we have. I have read that spirulina is actually a really good protein source. It's good for iron, good for copper, good for magnesium. These things that are good for our blood, for our, our body all around. Having the protein is really good. You get the nice fats from the nuts. You're getting the protein from the spirulina. Spirulina also has a very distinctive taste. And it's one of these things that I try to find new ways to use it. So in the last video, we used it in a smoothie. And this time on these nuts, it's actually really perfect because there's a really nice sweet quality with the macadamia. And then when you add the salt with the spirulina, it is just so tasty. So we've just added, a little bit to taste here. And these nuts now, they are, they've been toasted to the point where they are. Did you burn yourself?
Again.
Uh-oh. I know. We don't have the hot pads because it's not our house, but you know, it happens. Just be careful. It's okay. I'm going to take the spoon out. Are you okay? Do you want to run it under cold water? Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the bathroom. We'll do that. So we're just going to take these out into a bowl. You know, with kids, always just watch, you know, hot pans and things. But, you know, I had a little extra salt and spirulina in there. And what I sometimes do is that I'll have any of this leftover coating I can use on other nuts. I can use on more macadamia. You good? All right, I'm glad. So these nuts now are nice and warm. You can see that because they were heated and toasted really nicely, they're gonna they have the oils come out and they're gonna absorb all of the coating even better. It's gonna stick. And you know, the toasting also just gives it a really nice quality. All right, so I'm gonna taste one. These are gonna be really hot though. So I'm not gonna give it to you because I don't want you to burn your mouth, okay? All right.
I burned enough parts. Thank you very much.
So good. It is so good fresh out of the oven, but these are really good when they sit around as well. You can snack on them anytime. I don't drink anymore, but when I used to drink, I used to love these with a glass of wine. They are perfect. They're the right amount of fattiness, right amount of sweetness, right amount of, and you don't even taste the spirulina in this. It's pretty interesting.
P.S. If you're gonna feed this to the children, wait till it's cool.
Yeah, you might want to wait till it's a little cooler. It's definitely got a heat to it right now. Now we've made macadamia nuts with the spirulina, and these are really good. Let's do some toasted walnuts. How about some toasted walnuts?
Yeah.
Yeah? And I was thinking we could do the walnuts with a little bit of salt and a little bit of rosemary. All right, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna set up some walnuts. All right, so now that we have done the macadamia nuts with spirulina and salt, let's do some walnuts, yeah? So the macadamia nuts we toasted for about, it was about 5 to 7 minutes. That was about 5 to 7 minutes on that round. We watched it really closely. This oven got really hot compared to the oven that we have at home. It takes me about, I'd say, closer to 10 minutes at home. But do you want to pour this in? The walnuts are going to be a very short toasting time as well. All right, these are going to be just a few walnuts, yeah? All right, should we go put it in the oven?
I open it this time.
All right. And these walnuts were about 5 to 7 minutes in this oven. I did them at 400 degrees. And if you can see, they just have their oil starting to come out. They're just toasted just enough. So now we're going to put some salt and some rosemary on these.
I put the rosemary.
Okay, you want me to put the salt in? All right, just putting some salt on this. Now again, because the oils have come out of the nuts, this is going to help keep the salt and keep the rosemary on.
How much do I do?
You know, just put some in your hand and then sprinkle it on. Use as much as you'd like. It's the beauty of these, right? You want to use it for flavor and taste, which feels good. Go ahead, sprinkle the whole thing while it's wet, like that. Yeah. Nice and gentle, aren't you, this time? I like it.
I've learned from my experience.
That's good. That's really good to learn from your experience. Now you can put any spice or any herb you like. You love rosemary, don't you? All right, so let's mix these up. Yeah, let's mix these up. Yeah, that's right. You like it from the rosemary bush. Beautiful taste of the walnuts. I'd add some more.
It's hot.
I'd add a little bit more rosemary. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. The walnuts have a much stronger flavor, and so it's nice to have some of the extra spice. Okay. That's good. All right, let's see. Really nice. You know, some more spices, some different foods like spirulina that you probably don't have in your diet regularly that are so good for you. Some herbs that maybe you're used to, but in a different way. So just, you know, toast some nuts, put some spices, some ingredients on them. Oops. And then you will have That's a way to end, right? You like to have spices and herbs on the table. Isn't that your way today? All right. We will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.